Good evening, everybody. Today we are continuing War in the East 2 from Stalingrad to Berlin campaign. We are in the 6th turn, playing as the Axis. The previous turn was kind of a shocker for me. We noticed that the Soviet AI continued their attacks after a couple of turns when they were more passive, and that kind of caught me off guard, especially regarding the 6th Army near the city of Stalingrad. Here the situation is more severe than it was a couple of weeks ago, especially because we have lost the control of the airports, and we are only holding the northernmost airport just by this token force with a combat value of 2. That's not going to be enough for us to hold that airport. So our supply situation for the troops in the front line is going to get much more severe. Luckily, we have some couple of fortified positions over here, but we are basically threatened by two movements here. This is the one that I'm most afraid of. If the Soviet troops manage to cut off this railway line, Kotelnikovsky depot, then the remnants of the 4th Panzer Army will become immobilized. They will not receive enough supplies to be able to escape back to their own lines. So that's one major threat. Then the other thing is that we can look at the concentration of enemy force around the city itself. This is a tile that I'm particularly afraid of. There seems to be a rifle corps. Luckily, the tank corps is actually the one that got away, I think. And there's another tank corps. They seem to be quite depleted. So these rifle corps, they are not mobile units. So we don't have to be that much afraid of this northeastern side. But here we have one particularly strong force. It's actually the 8th Cavalry Corps. The 5th Mechanized Corps seems to be rather weak. But anyways, we have intel on these units, and they seem to be rather strong. This tank unit, we have no knowledge on whether it's a tank corps or is it just... I suppose it should be a corps, because a simple brigade wouldn't be able to take additional hexes around it. So we expect that this is a relatively strong unit. What I'm tempted right now, I'm tempted to encircle it, but holding the encirclement seems rather difficult. Also, I'm also tempted to move units to this tile, because we would be able to capture the airport and basically supply these units much better. As we can already see, the supply status with the soft factor here, it's indicating with the yellow color that they are not receiving enough basic supplies, food, and so on. They have enough ammunition and gas though, but they are lacking on that other respect. Then in the Caucasus, there is a development that we maybe should be worried about. we know that there is an enemy force moving here, closing in on us. If they manage to get to Salsk, then we are in deep trouble. So we have a couple of options. First option could be that we try to replicate what we did with the single division that was pushing here on its own. We managed to encircle it, but right now the pressure is of course a little bit higher on the southern side here. So I'm not completely certain are we able to take mobile units and send them here. And secondly, we can see that there is a Soviet rifle corps over here covering the flank of the advancing units. So even if we were to send mobile units, we might be greeted by these strong rifle corps units. My one option is of course a pullout of all of these forces, shorten the line, maybe take advantage of this water tile here. It's impassable. Could that be helpful in any sense? Also, do we have anything strategically important? Grozny is here, that's our offensive target, but we are not going to be reaching Grozny right now. Of course, when I'm observing the enemy units here in the front line, I'm a little bit tempted to do just go down this road, go to Grozny. But here is a lot of enemy force too. Here basically these three tiles, they require a lot of defensive units. So we have actually a full Panzer division on rails. We have a lot of units here on rails. So now it's just a question where we want to shift them. By a quick glance, I think we are solid. This line looks very solid to me. And we have the option of pulling this second Viking SS Panzer Grenadier division, or this is the second regiment of that unit. So I am actually considering I'm just looking, do we have any spare forces? So the way I see it, we should address this development here. Get one division at least here. I want them to advance still more. If it's a mobile force, they will run into this unit. Will these guys also follow suit, or will they, if there is a gap, if a gap emerges, I would like to have mobile units that can cut off that unit. That's something that I want to do. It's just basically playing time. I'm not sure how long can we viably hold these positions. Here in the south, things look very good for us. I don't see any large concentrations of enemy force that could break through. So I'm quite happy with that situation. Well, first of all, yeah, so it's this tank division, this cheer station that I would like to recapture. That means commitment of tank units. Tank units to, they can't even necessarily, this can barely reach here. This 17th Panzer Division could reach that position. And I think it would be actually strong enough to hold. The problem is, can these guys, because now they are sitting in a fort, but their defensive value will be significantly reduced when I will take them out of the fort. But okay, all of these guys, except this third motorized, can't move. The third motorized, yeah, because we moved it out of here. Yeah, it was sitting in here still. We apparently have some air units also. I'm going to take the air unit. I'm going to disband the depot because I don't see us holding it. And yeah, we have to move these Stugs. STG, yeah. Yeah, we just have to move those air units away from here. Which unit do they belong? I think they are... Do I really have to find the unit? Yeah, I have to. Yeah, so... Let's see. Can we put three immediately there? Kovelnikovo. Apparently we are overloading these air bases. We got those out. And now these guys have to also go out. Go to Salsk. Immediate transfer. So this STG 77. Can these guys support the 6th and the 4th Panzer armies? Because I think I have still one problem with my air directives. It's this that we have signed particular AOGs. So this is that it has 6 AOGs. I would like to rather have it automatic. Could I identify those? So this is the directive. Yeah, this is the summary. This is the doctrine. Yeah, okay, this is just setting up for this particular air unit if we want to do some particular mission. I don't think there is a way outside the air planning phase to influence which units are doing what. Like if you know a way how I could make the assignment those AOGs, which was actually predetermined in the scenario settings, I would like to just switch them to automatic. I know that I can do it in the next air planning phase, but I'm just afraid that that will it be too late, because I need those units uh, to be available to support the newly created Army Group Dawn. So that's just my concern, that we might not still get proper air support. I can see here some specifications. Yeah, but nothing about the missions themselves. I hope that lack of air will not destroy the situation in the south. Oh, this is actually cool. This is a cool idea to, because 27, I think for this position, well, they can attack with 25 here, 11 here, but I think it's still an overkill. What if we actually manage to do a crossing with this Panzer division? Because it seems to be in a good shape. Well, well, it's only 50% of the fighting strength, like only 44 tanks. But I am tempted. Let's encircle this Soviet division. Let's try to take as many as we can. It's not maybe necessarily the defensively most best maneuver. But I'm willing to try this out. This is also kind of what the enemy wants, that they want us to take our good units from strong defensive positions and throw them to places where we don't have strong defenses. So in a sense, this is not like optimal, but I would really much like to see this enemy unit destroyed over there. And I don't think that they are going to reach here. I might be wrong. If they go through, like, I'm just thinking, how big of a withdrawal can we actually like viably do? Like where do we put the line? Over here. I think not this far. We don't need to. There's no reason for us to be this far. The thing is just that which positions we want to defend, which positions we have to defend, and how much losses are we like willing to take. I hope that these units will not like get encircled. Like the main thing would be that they should just withdraw, or in the worst case just get completely routed. That's still better than losing the whole divisions. So okay, if we get this unit here, Then this guy has to go and secure this. I think I could do this first. Okay, we got some intel. It's a tank core strength of 6.5. That's actually it's not mega strong unit. Optimally, of course, or the best case scenario would have been that it's a stronger unit. Is it worth encircling? I think it is. This exposes some of these units quite badly, but how about this infantry division? Let's stack it like that. And put this on reserves. Okay. And then we can maybe prevent the movement of the tank division, even though it's not gonna get any supplies or anything like that. Let's put the Romanian unit here. Now we have also like a defensive position over here. There doesn't seem to be enemies right here. Of course, if they have units coming through this way, when we move these units out of the way, then we don't have anything to respond with. But 14. They are gonna get here. They are gonna get here. How about these mobile units? They can't get to these forward positions. Do I have some units that would be completely ready? Is this is a German unit, yes. I think I'm going to put it there. This is also a German division. Yeah, it's just because it wasn't even refitting, but okay. This is Romanian division. Also Romanian unit. The thing is that there is no forts over here in these 3 tiles. These have been kind of like buffers, but still not maybe buffering enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, there is no supply hub opportunities. These 2. Okay, we have a strong unit here because we pushed the enemy out of our way. Okay, we also have some mobile units. Like there is still some hope if we manage to maneuver our units correctly. And there was also this rail repair guy here. I think it's time for that guy to go home. And these are Romanian units. 14th Panzer Division. Doesn't have enough to actually get on the rail even. They can go to Salsk. It's completely beaten unit. Also this unit, similar situation. I'm going to send it here, refit. This one also refit. So what is weak, what is strong? And this is a mobile unit. We have now 2 very weak units in this place. So maybe move this one. Well, that's the only one that has some fighting strength. We want some units that can actually hold. This is a relatively important position. We have Romanian units. Romanian units as regiments, they are not really worth a lot. They honestly they would need to be put together as full divisions, but I can't even see where are all of the parts of this unit. Because when you combine those regiments together, the division is actually more than the sum of its parts. There is an advantage to keep them all together. It just seems like I'm browsing through these same units over and over again. Okay, now we have some defense. This mobile. But is this central position more important? Yeah, I think so. I think holding this center is more difficult probably. And we can take the HQs a little bit further from the front line. They are a bit too close to my taste. Of course, we don't want them to get pushed by the enemy. That would be a disaster if we couldn't have support weapons. So everybody can actually move and maneuver. That's really good. Something like that. And now we have some Romanian unit. The Romanian unit can be just on top of the HQs. How about this? This is actually a German unit belonging to the Romanians. I'm gonna put it to the 4th Panzer Army. And I'm going to put it over here. So we have now value of 4 over here. defensive value of 4. So we have like 2 weak positions. We have multiple weak positions here in this line. We have to patch everything up. But where would the tanks go? That's the main question. Where should the tanks be? Should the tanks be protecting against this threat of 3 divisions approaching? Should the tanks be here? I kind of like the idea of keeping this, but I know that they're gonna put 2 units here. They're gonna try to attack this position. They're gonna try to also attack this position. So now I would have a defensive value of 10. of 10 here. And these Romanian divisions, they aren't really doing anything. They need to be in forts, even to get some value out of them. And the tank division. I would like the tank division basically to be in the reserve and then contribute to the fighting whenever needed. But in the previous turns, they haven't really been able to join in to the fights, even in reserve modes. But that could be that because they are in the front line, they shouldn't probably be in the front line. That might be a major issue, that I've been just simply using them wrong. Seven. Defensive value of 7, and then we have 16 here. It's not really something what I would like to have. The third motorized is going to be pushed away. I think that's like becoming self-evident at this point, that if I leave it alone, they are going to get pushed. And if I leave the 6th Panzer Division here in the reserves, would they actually contribute? There is of course the threshold that the enemy cannot completely overwhelm those units that are being attacked. If they are overwhelmed, the reserve units don't come and help. So it's just, I guess it's like modeled so that they are just completely broken. So there is not going to be a fair fight. So the reserves are not there in proper amount of time. What else could we do? Is this going to just trap this division if we put it there? Because we want the mobility. We like the mobility of the units. If I put it to the front line. So then they go here, they try to maybe sneak into this position. They attack here. Could they move? Could they have enough movement points to try to move here, reconnect with this point, push through this, encircle this? That would be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare. But this is certain that they go here, they attack this, they go here, they attack this. Maybe even with this here, try to break this unit. Then we are actually losing stuff if we leave everybody behind. Because this guy has movement. This guy could even get this far. It's just that the motorized. Oof, this is really intense. Trying to get out of this step. There is no natural defensive barriers. It's just me and the enemy hunting us down with a massive force. And we are without air support. Because I messed up. So. Oh yeah. Maybe I'm crazy putting that unit there. I could even reinforce this if I want to, but I can actually send these guys over here this far even. And we have one of the regiments belonging to that unit. Oh, we have and here we have the last regiment. We could actually even combine these into a division if we want to. That also seems kind of intriguing. Could they reach 4-7? How about these? Yeah, okay, let's put them together. Okay. And then I need somebody to like keep the enemy busy or prevent this guy from making more damage. So something like this. And we secured a couple of tiles here. I think that's really good. I'm willing to send these guys back here. And this is Romanian Armored Division. 111 tanks. What is the quality of those tanks? Couldn't you just hand those tanks to the Germans? They are T4s. Medium tank. First year. Okay, last year. So front armor is 72, side armor 31, top armor 11. I haven't gotten through, or I haven't been through of all of these like armament values. That what does this actually? How good of a tank do we have here? Because it just seems crazy that their defensive value is 1. They have 134 guns. They are just like taking supplies, but not really doing anything. What is their like maximum? Okay, table of content 66 out of 79. Yeah. I'm kind of inclined. What if I put them into fortified position? Here where we have just 3 defensive value. Or this mobile unit on the other hand they could be really useful in like reconnecting if we get encircled or something. But yeah, I'm kind of expecting that the enemy, yeah, I'm just thinking, should I place this, honestly, should I place it here where we have Italian troops? Because that's where the attack is going to come. So this was the attack Uranus, the encirclement of the 6th Army. Then there was the another push against Italians and Hungarian units here. Historically speaking, there was this Mars and Saturn. Were those the names of those operations? And then historically there was an attempt, and in this case the attempt was in the first turn. They launched the attack, but they got encircled, and we managed to take the whole salient and encircle the enemy troops here. So in that terms, like if we compare this to what historically happened, we are a little bit better off. First of all, we managed to take the 6th Army out of the city. We haven't no units, German units have yet surrendered to the enemy. So in that respect, yeah. I'm a little bit worried that having mobile units this close to the front line, that they might run out of oil eventually, and we might not be able to take them out because they will be out of oil. Okay, this 4th Panzer Division is also very mobile. Okay, it even can go here to reinforce these positions if we want to. But maybe I would rather send them by. Send them by rail. Yeah, I think that's actually something that we might want to do. But yeah, supplying these units here seems difficult. So let's pull the Romanian armor out. Let's just pull it here. Also, this 4th Panzer Division. Fourth Panzer Division. Where should it go? Because I'm just looking at this. Like it could go quite far here if we need some help. Okay, I'm going to send it down here. This might not be the smartest move, but I want some flexibility in keeping the path open for our units. So this guy, okay, and these guys can also move. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, we are of course seeing these here. But what if they start to like think about maneuvering over here or something like that? It's an unready division. this one, but I think they can still defend. They won't be attacking, they might not be that useful, but those guys can still fight, right? They should be able to fight. And we have the German division. Yeah, we should put it to the 4th Panzer Army. And I would actually something like that. Why not? These guys should get very high supplies. Okay. Can we... Okay, it's just an... Okay, we have airports. Here, here, here. I'm going to now send some air supply to this position. And I think we need some fighters to escort them this time. So it's the Romanian fighters. Okay. Is the weather so bad that we are losing because of the weather? Could we actually even create a depot here? It can be just like normal priority or something. I don't want them to use trucks to try to resupply this position. But I think it's good that we have that now under our control. How about let's try something like that. Okay, we have Romanians here. We have these guys covering here. Okay. How is the command structure? Are units in command? The Croat reinforcement units, no, just maybe do they really need stuff? Okay, they have 85 already. They have a good equipment status. Okay, I think we are now pretty much done with the Stalingrad situation. Like our main defensive line is this unit, this unit, this unit. This is only 6. We can strengthen it if we want. Okay, I'm going to strengthen it. Yeah, and we have to start stitching those Romanian divisions back together. Oof. The Italian unit got routed. Okay, we have this motorized guy. This is the weakest point that I see in the main line. They can put 19 combat strength into that single, against that single unit. So that's of course something that we should consider reinforcing. How about here? Here we have a Hungarian armored division. Oof. We are, in my point of view, a little bit too weak here. Italians and Hungarians, they need to work together to be able to hold this, because this is now too weak. There is only 23rd Hungarian Light Division. So that's something that would need to be reinforced. I also think that the tank division could go here. Something like this. But it's better. It's not perfect. It's massively, well, I guess it's still within range, but now I just need to make a call. Do I put this guy to the where the Italians are weak? If the Italians here fail to hold, like how weak are we actually? A little bit stronger. Because this guy got blown away. They got blown away from here. So we are actually in a risk of encirclement. That's the thing that I would like to know. Because I don't see any other way than just trying to hold the line. And the depots are going like this, so we have to hold the rail in all of these. So we can't actually really get cut off. It's really important that we hold the rail. Like what happens if they just go straight through here? Then we are actually quite in a bad situation. So maybe it's better if they go through here. Yeah, these Romanians, they have to be shifted to the north. like I mean here, to this Italian sector. This Italian sector looks really, really bad when the longer I look at it, the worse it looks. Like these guys won't hold, they just get destroyed if I don't send these guys. The 20th Motorized Division. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you guys go there, and okay, we actually can assign to this 4 all of the German units. So we actually have a good commander. Yeah. Hans von Obstfelde. But he doesn't have support units really. Okay, but we can take from the Army Group B. Take 1 howitzer. And I guess mixed, or just take these 2. I guess that's fine. The Army Group B is here. Maximilian von Weichs. Okay. Okay, now we just have to wait and see what happens with this front. The Italian unit is getting refitted. Do we have anybody here? No. Do we have some units somewhere that we could throw? Yeah, we have this guy. This guy is on train. I think he is going to be thrown here. How close can we really bring him? What is the closest for comfort? Like, what is comfortable? Like, am I okay sending it this close? No, I'm just gonna send it here. They can be here on train. Oh, they joined the Italian 8th Army. Maybe not the best unit, but it happened. Those 2 guys got really badly attacked. I think we have to put the tank unit here into the front line now. And then we have a couple of these unready divisions. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put them on top of depots. I can only move here. Okay, leave it there then. I'm not really trusting this 7. It's 9 is the defensive value of this particular tile. We have too many units over here. Here we have a little bit too weak of a unit. I guess what I would recommend, I would do one here. Which ones have shown combat? Both of these. I guess I could also change that this goes something like that. Now we have a very weak unit here, but I don't think the enemy will notice. Here we have a really strong defensive unit. Like, could it be fine if we just do something like this? Well, that's better. I also think that we could take more units. I guess I'd like to have some backup here too. These guys just really need to refit first before we can do anything. How about these? They fought in this turn already. Let's just put them on the railways. Combine the units. Yeah, something like this. I want to get the units like ready to be transported. I think that next week is going to be something that the game next week. We want to be like shipping a lot of units or using the trains to take a lot of units from the north and from the center to the south. Also, it's going to be really nice to get these guys to capitulate. Let's take like, we should really take now the defensive positions with infantry so I can pull the tanks out. Okay, we can still move this one. What is the status of our units in the front line? The supply status here is quite bad. Not really that great. What I'm going to do with this particular regiment, I'm going to send it here. No, that was a wrong guy. Do we have now we have the right guy collected. I think what we want to do, we want to take do we want to push forward? Do we have any troops to push forward even here in the north? Sixteenth Army. Yeah, now we can actually have supplies going to Velikiluki. That's really good. The rail has been repaired. I don't think we need these two regiments anymore over here. So I'm going to be putting on the railways already. Sadly, the last regiment is here a little bit close to the front. We can also take this full division. I'm going to take the full division out. We could also already be pulling out these units. I'm just thinking, should I be capturing the land first? Because we need the railway to be functional. Could there still be some enemy forces here in the pocket that we haven't identified? I don't think so, though. Could we put these units back together? Well, we can take this unit up to here, where the headquarters are right now. Okay, let's move the infantry first. Let's just do this. So this is just light woods. That's probably the most difficult place to defend in this whole line. We could also be one back, but no, there is a rail yard. We could supply this position, so no, we are going to stay there. I think we are going to dig in and stay there. These tanks are going to be pulled out quite soon anyways, so I think we can keep them. Why is the supply situation for these guys is really bad? Tanks in here. I think this tank has to stay. They have to remain. We need some divisions to take the position of that heavy wood style. I just sent. It wouldn't even matter if these two break southwards. That doesn't matter. It only matters if they can break out. And I'm really doubtful that they are capable of breaking out. I think what I want to do, I want to I'm not really sure though. But yeah, for this infantry division, I'm kind of tempted. Get this one tile at least. But that one tile doesn't solve anything though. I was just thinking that we want the supplies to flow to this place. That means that we need the surrounding hexes, or we need to have a unit in it. So we have a unit, so I guess we don't need to really worry about that. So I'm going to be keeping, I have to keep these two tanks here. That's how it just seems like right now. Unless I can get enough infantry. Just send some infantry. Also that guy could be sent there. These are 15, 14. Maybe like that, just to make sure that we hold. I don't want to lose these two encircled divisions. Like they need to be destroyed. I think I can concentrate this unit to the south if it wants to fight in the next turn. Again, I can see only two. I can see this regiment that this unit belongs to, but where is the... Oh, the third one is up here. Okay. I'm just gonna put these guys to the railway lines, so get them ready for shipment. So the enemy now moved a unit to this tile, okay. And this is now refitted. How about this one? This is also quite well refitted. How about what are we facing here? We are facing only minor enemy troops here. Rifle division, air is blizzard. So when air is blizzard, it could be so that your units are not actually capable of engaging the enemy, even though you have good odds to win the battle. Here is just snowfall. I think that's much better. Better for us at least. This is a well-rested unit, or quite well. It has a really high fighting capability. What I want to do, I want to pull out this guy and just rout them. Rout the enemy unit that tried to sneak in. Sadly now, well, we don't have enough tanks right here, right now. This is a heavy wood style, yeah. Does this unit matter? Like if they connect through here. This is only a defensive value of 6. It's in such a bad shape. That is a shame. Because I really would like to take these tank divisions away. Just leave this one. One regiment would be attacked by a mechanized corps. I think they can handle it. Or we just break this guy into smaller units, and now we have 6,000 men. And 6,000 men holding these positions, yeah. That is acceptable. That is completely acceptable. How about here in the front lines? The supply situation is bad. Really bad. 2688. I think I want to take the badly supplied unit. Just send it southwards, maybe. Like to put it in the city. I don't know. I guess they can hold 9-8. They would have 14 combined. Would be only 5,000 men though. What do I have here? I have a tank division. Okay, this tank division can also go. So now we are going to use the rail lines. We are missing actually this tile that we just took back. So we can't send them there. We can almost send it. We can send it here. No, it needs to be closer. So I guess this is the only way. I'll put it in here. Okay. Luftwaffe field divisions. I don't think these guys would be useful in the Stalingrad front. They are useful in heavily fortified positions though, so they could. So we could also use them to man the positions at the Don River. That is an option though. I am tempted by that idea, so okay. Let's actually start shifting. Good. And I have this Panzer division that I was also waiting for the push. We still have the opportunity to do at least one encirclement. There's 3 units here. Do I have the means to do an encirclement even just like with these forces? I would like to know and just sneak and see what is in here. But in order for that to work, to be able to encircle this position, I would need this guy to leave. Or not necessarily, but that would help. So now we can take like this position. But yeah, I would like this rifle division to go away. I think we could move this unit first. So they retreated there. Okay, that's fine. They have a defensive value of 10 because they are in a fortified position. Could I do it with single Panzer? unit. We took Moshaisk depot apparently. So let's look at the defensive values. It's defensive value of 4. Okay, these guys can actually move up here. That is really good news. Okay, we have one division ready for shipment. What do I do? Tank or with this 19th Panzer Division? Like, how viable is this idea? There's only a single rifle division here. Because this would be a nice price to get all of these guys encircled. This is only one hex, but it has a lot of stuff though. I think we could lure the enemy a little bit. Ah, we can actually put quite a lot of attacking power. I kind of like the idea though. In the city, yeah, it can have 6. We can attack this unit. 6 plus 6, 12. We need one more. Oh, we would have a Panzer division. And then we would have this Panzer division doing this thrust. Okay. Do we have a unit to put? Yeah, this guy can actually go one further. This could go here. Like something like that. This guy would go here. This guy would go here. So they basically need to, the tanks would need to move in the forest 1, 2, 3, and then reconnect. I don't know, is that impossible though? How much movement does this have? Not really that much movement left. 11 to 14. Spotostook battalion, even though it's really not that much, but and check that all the groups are within command. They are. Okay, routed. 15. Ay, ay, ay. Are the movement points enough? So this guy would have to go here. Okay. Like we can move here much quicker. Okay. Yeah, I think we can. I think we can do this actually. What is the weakest link? Oh, now these guys. The 8th SS Cavalry Division can finally show its worth. Beautiful. They are able to encircle. Almost encircle the enemy. So this is a defensive value of 6. These guys have defensive value of 2. And yeah. We are gonna send this Panzer Division here. Oof. Do we? Okay, these guys can get to here. They have massive range. Do I have a unit that would also have like a large range? No. Okay. You stay in the open. Okay. And here. And on reserve. Naturally on reserve. I think everybody is still within command except this guy. Well, it's... Yeah, we have to keep this guy here. Would we take command of... Are you a good commander? You're not a good mechanized commander. Fancy is okay, yeah. And these guys belong directly to Model. Model has way too many units under his command. Oh, I completely forgot I still have this one Panzer division. I didn't even need it for the encirclement. But I think I will need it to hold the encirclement. Like, not necessarily for the creation, but just to make sure that we hold. I'm going to reinforce these three. Or, yeah. Or these two and that third. I think that's my pick. Yep, let's do it. You can report to Anston. I think I have to bring this guy a little bit closer. There needs to be some HQ in Vyazma though. I think it's going to be the 4th Army. Yeah, that solves it. That's okay. We are solid. I think this looks rather good now. Like, if you think about the encirclements, we have these guys, these. Do we have excess troops in the north? We got attacked here. Latvian SS motorized. Let's take the depot view off. Mountain Division near Leningrad. Well, it's Russian winter, so I guess mountain divisions are. Finland is still there. Okay. It's this motorized division. I think we can keep it here, maybe. I could actually connect with these guys. But I don't have to. Like, this is unnecessary. Oh, the light division can go quite far. And it's only one regiment of light division, I see. Okay. think we would have seen if there would have been some enemy divisions. There can be, of course, in the center here in the middle, but I don't think so anymore. I think we're just gonna pull back the units. And get ready to ship them somewhere else. Yeah. Okay. We have a rather nice thing going on here in the center. We could encircle this guy if we attack with the tanks this position. So we have one weak position over here. It's this one. That one right now. Also that one is relatively weak. What I want to do, I want to maybe reinforce that. This guy could attack that unit. I think we could push it. Where's the closest depot? It's quite far away. Yeah, we have to set up a proper depot here. Supplies flowing over here. Yeah, here is where we need one depot for sure, and then into the city, Kaluga. What do we do with the tank division? Do we just pull it out? Or do we... I think we can just hit this division. I don't need to encircle it necessarily. Like encircling... could be cool, but it could also backfire. So maybe I'm just going to push this division out. Yeah. Push it out of the way, and then we can set up some kind of defensive position. I'm going to be sending these two divisions to the south. I'm thinking that maybe I leave this tank division here because this is an empty tile, like a clear tile. So I think we need that mobility to hold that tile. And if enemy shows up in strength, because we did some encirclements. I think I would like to break this into smaller units. That guy with the 9. combat strength. I think that's something that we should reinforce. Okay, that guy is completely over the command limit. I need to assign some units. This core, XX, 3X's and a V. 35th. Okay. I think this looks good too. Then I would like to pull out a full infantry division from here. I think it should be then this guy. Put this. Like this. I think the north looks secure. So I'm really not that worried about the situation in the north. Okay. Yeah, these units have really lost their cohesion completely. Their heavy equipment completely lost. Yeah, we did our pick. I think the Italian situation is now reinforced. The Hungarian situation looks fine. This flank, the Voronezh flank, looks relatively okay. This is Urbantal. It doesn't really show. I don't know. Is there so much snow that it's covered? The whole city kind of vanished. Well, there was a heavy fighting, of course, there. French volunteer infantry unit. We can either send it here to the eastern part of this operation or to the northern part. I think I want to send it into the city. Yeah, for sure. Also, I'm gonna put the tank division just in case something goes horrifyingly wrong. So this is now 12. 17. Yeah, I think I quite like that kind of setup. Yeah. I think that looks fairly good. Then we can put the tank, the 9th Panzer Division, into reserve mode. If our reserves finally were to show up actually in the combat, that would be nice. Also this 25th motorized into reserves. Yeah, the north. Yeah, we have some excess strength, but it's always possible that it overestimates so and underestimates the enemies. So especially when you are defending like cities, the overestimation in the combat value for the defender is massive if you just have too few troops. So the Romanians, they are right now like on the railway track. I guess I'm going to keep them there. I could send them here if I want to, but not sure. Do I? And I can't put them any closer. The 8th Corps is no longer in contact with most of its units. It has to go much forward. Could this guy shift the core to LE core? Okay. LE core. So this is a headquarter unit. I could pull the headquarter down and move. Yeah, I think this is more important, like this way. Like that. They have to go through first these two. Fight through those, then try to maybe break. These are the most vulnerable positions here. Scary idea is that they somehow sneak through here, connect to this, break this, and then this whole thing, whole 6th Army would be again encircled, and then our position would be much worse than it was in the beginning of the campaign. So that's like, I guess, the horror scenario. But I'm doubtful that that is going to happen. Now we can actually unload these guys. We have a lot of stuff. I'm curious, what can we pull from the line? This is like, okay, this single infantry division is providing a lot of bonuses. The Romanian Mountain Division is completely almost useless. Armor, not probably the best place for armor. I think I want to kind of scatter these units around just to strengthen kind of everything. Of course, defending against this guy could be... yeah, this is like a potential... This is a potential problem. This one rifle division. Like they can sneak pretty badly if they want to. Yeah, I see a potential problem here. Nine, 13. I think 13 is going to be enough, especially after we put this guy here. So I have like, I could take this mobile unit away. Yeah, that's like fine by me. Now this hex, it's, yeah. Well, it was also difficult to get into before, but now it's also difficult. I can just do this. That. Move these mobile units. Actually around this guy. Or like here. How much does it take to get out? Yeah, now they can move. I want to do something like that. Army Group A. Okay. Then we have the Arab Special Forces Battalion. Special Purpose Battalion, sorry. Okay. And how about the Panzer Division? How about if we take this guy out? 37, it should be able to hold. Okay. How about setting up a full Panzer Division over here against this rifle corps? Kind of like the idea. It's probably not mega smart, but this is a fortified position. So yeah, let's do something like this. And then these guys, we can like shift them around. They need to be then ready for cutting the enemy off. Like we need these two smaller ones like battalions and regiments, but we need like an actual Panzer division then to encircle stuff if it comes down to encircling something. If there actually is an enemy unit here moving through, now we have like a kind of a ready reception here. Let's keep them like this. Okay. Let's run some air supply. We set up the depot there. We took the depot out there. I would like to supply that panzer. Okay. Just do some missions. That's a lot of freight. That's really good. I would really like to see the neighboring units turning green. Well, not really, but at least something. Let's do one more. And let's also fly into the Demyansk pocket, or it's no longer a pocket. Oh, there's one enemy fighter harassing us. We should have sent some air support. I hope we got some freight through. I think it can remain high priority. This could be normal priority. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. We have one corps available. Doesn't have any units in command. I think we will need him here in the Stalingrad front, so that's where I'm going to send him. Yeah. Army Group B. Okay. We can change it to Army Group Don eventually. Yeah, that seems to be good. Good. How about the rail situation? Where are our rail repair guys? I've forgotten where they are. I know there is like the Stalingrad guy is here, then here is the second one. But where is the third FBD unit? How can I have forgotten? Let's just search. Army Group Center. Okay. Oh yeah, it's here. It's doing this repair. Yeah, that's fine. That's just fine. And let's do a quick look at the air. Okay. Let's turn the turn and then like see where we are at and yeah, I want to see what is gonna happen. So let's do it. Last thing. If I have forgotten something, then that's too bad. But I think we are good to go. I think this is the level of zoom that I want to keep. So let's go. Quickly just check that I took the depot away. Yeah, I did. Good, good. So now we are still in Christmas Eve. Next turn is going to be shifting to 1943. Or is it going to be like New Year's Eve? I could have checked, of course, that our units within command, but I think they were kind of okay. We didn't do any crazy maneuvers with the units, so there shouldn't be like massive issues. But of course, even small problems in the Stalingrad front can be lethal. Soviets are running some air recon. That is completely fine. High intensity battles in the north. We have good air support. Yeah, I knew it that I shouldn't weaken these positions too much because they are going to be throwing units against these positions. Yeah, 2-1 units or more. Here we actually have more men than they. Mostly like an artillery fire, they couldn't get even close. 100,000 units against 12,000. But it was an important battle. We slowed them down. Now it's 2-1. And we hold. That's good. That's really good. Those units, of course, no chance. 3,000 against 70,000. Aye. Panzer Division couldn't hold, but they were alone. Yeah. So the enemy tank division is now free to maneuver. Okay, we hold. We hold there. That's important. We hold here too. Okay. How about here? Those are good results. Only one unfortunate result there, that we couldn't keep the encirclement for the enemy tank, but we can still attack it. And one of our own panzer divisions got badly hurt. So I guess it wasn't that good of a trade. Ooh, 70,000 enemy units. Massive battle. They break off the encirclement. That is a shame. And the enemy hits to the northern side. Oof, oof, oof. These are big battles. They have a lot of strength. So we lost that one encirclement that we made for the 3 enemy units. And they managed to break through. Infantry division and a motorized. Oh no. I should have reinforced it even more. I thought that they were going to hold. Like, now those enemy units will just withdraw. Well, let's hope that our largest encirclement will hold. The enemy pushes through in the heavy woods. Okay. They attack north of Reshev. Okay, they are attacking there. But did enemy exhaust their attack points? Can they actually break out? Because they attack to heavy woods. They might not have that much movement. So I'm still hopeful for one of those encirclements that we made. Okay, they are trying to like break through, but to the wrong direction. To the south. What would that benefit them? And a massive battle. And we won. Model holds. That is an important battle, because if we are not able to hold that. Okay. Redulich. And here also we are thrown back into 2 positions. There seems to be a lot of enemy units that we just didn't see. Baiting. There are small breakthroughs along the line. Yeah, again, like it's not the numbers, like 43,000 enemy units attacking 10,000 of us, but they have 1,000 artillery here, almost 700. 700 guns. I'm not sure our mortars counted as guns. But look at those gun numbers. We are outnumbered in almost all of our battles, like 1 to 10 in guns. Here we are like only 3 to 1. Here it's like even guns, and we hold, of course we hold there. Even though it's Hungarian units. Hungarian units hold here too, okay. The armored division also helping. Now the focus is on the Italian front. What will they do? They attack the position where I sent the motorized unit. So I predicted it correctly. And we hold. We hold also that important position. Here we withdraw, okay. That was kind of expected. We hold again. The enemy is getting closer to the railway line. But they are not able to cut it yet, at least. 70,000 enemy troops. This was really intense enemy turn. Lot of action. Now they're doing some air supply. Okay. Here you can see how our defensive positions have shrunk near Stalingrad. They are closing in. Closing in. The Italian situation is also a little bit desperate. Then there were a couple of surprise breakthroughs by the enemy. They really hit us hard, and that's actually something that I wanted when I started this scenario. That I want the opponent to be kind of realistic. That and the first few turns, the AI seemed way too passive. So I was kind of scared that what is going to come out of this campaign. But now it seems that the real challenge is on. And they are really, I also like the fact that they are trying to reconnect if they get encircled. If in my first campaign with the normal enemy morale setting, 100 setting, which is like the baseline value, if you put it to 110, then the enemy has a higher morale if you just have 100 for yourself. So in the main campaign what I played, the 41 Barbarossa, like I have used the normal setting also for morale, and this is, I was kind of recommended in the comments that I could have set it 110 for this campaign to make AI even more aggressive, because their units have a higher morale, so they are more willing to attack. But okay, repair units, the trucks in repair. I think did it go down a bit, or I have to check it what it was in the previous turn. But tons difference in gas is a negative one. Okay. Soviets lose a lot of men on the field. Only very few tanks though. We also lose some tanks. And we get a lot of stuff on the map. That's good. We still have the initiative. Initiative will be lost if we go under 606 points. Right now 620 left. I'm going to do one thing first before I forget. It's these. Clear assignment. I want these to be autumn. So it's auto, yeah. Auto, army group done, auto. Excellent. I think we can then like run some recon here. Okay, we see some enemy units here. No enemy units approached us over here, so that's a positive, I guess. We can see there some battles where there were 3 battles here. 100,000 men attacked us. We took almost all of their tanks out. So that's a good result, but we also took a lot of their artillery, of 2,000. They have rocket detachments and everything. They have thrown everything at us. So yeah. Is there still a way out? There is a way out. We have to engage this tank corps. We can engage this unit. The enemy is now approaching here. Okay. Some activity finally happening here. The enemy is now hugging our positions over here. This one, we have the tank Panzer Division ready to counter this unit. But this is kind of what I'm proud of. Our main front units held these positions. Did they attack in all of those tiles? They attacked here, here, and here. And we held. They attacked this twice. These two, of course, there was no chance. They were just holding the enemy's advance. But this was, I guess, the major defeat. We got some air support, not anything else than fighters though. Yeah, I think this was the problem. The command issue. I should have changed the command for that unit. I think that kind of settled it. Here we held everywhere here. Really good results. This was the defeat. They surprised us with this lot of men. Also here, withdrawal for us. They had a massive advantage. And what about here? A big battle. Our armor got badly hit. Men were like almost equally. They lost a little bit more artillery, but they lost a lot of fighters. But still, that's a bad result. Got these guys out. They didn't move out. Whoa. That is a surprising result. Look at that. They took less losses than us. Combat value initially. but they are in such a bad position, such a tightly knit that they couldn't move. They couldn't move out. So we still have a hope. We will close it again and force them to attack again to try to break out. And here is some troops. So there were some divisions. that I just didn't see. This is interesting to see. And we had also quite a lot of battle activity here in the north. They are just testing us. They will keep testing at us. That's going to be fact of life for this whole winter period at least. Yeah. I think this was an interesting turn. It is New Year's Eve 1942. I would still say that there is hope for 1943 right now. There is hope for a renewed offensive of some sorts, because we see some beautiful red here. Soviet units encircled. Not all of our encirclements held, but I would still say we had a fairly good save regarding like how the situation looked like when we started playing the previous turn. But okay, thank you everybody for watching the channel, and I will keep uploading more videos. Hopefully also later this week. So see you then. Thank you everybody. Bye.